Light the candles left to right each night. Go and happy Vlogukkah day 2. So, welcome to my studio. I am sitting at my vanity, and you guys can't really see anything except a few of my lights. But I wanted to kind of show you my 5-minute makeup look because I am going to the gym today, but I figured I would just put on a touch of makeup before I go. So I'm just using a foundation stick, and this is a Neutrogena foundation stick. I'm just kind of slapping it on, and I'm just gonna blend it out with this guy. The first night of Hanukkah was so nice. I love Hanukkah. It's such a fun holiday, and it's like not very much overhead, which is also nice. A lot of the Jewish holidays, because they are what's called a Yom Tov, which is kind of like Sabbath, you can't use electricity in a lot of ways, you can't cook, you have to prepare quite a bit in advance. And with Hanukkah, because it's not one of those kinds of holidays, every day is the same as a normal day. You don't have to not use electricity and stuff like that. It's much easier to prepare for it. You just kind of set up the stuff, and if you want to get presents, you can, and that kind of thing. It's much, much easier. So that's a nice thing, I will say. I am now going to put on my concealer. You can see this is going to go real fast. And I'm going to tap that underneath the eye. Do you guys put on foundation for your 5-minute makeup looks? Or do you have a 5-minute makeup look? Because as somebody who doesn't have perfect skin, I definitely need to put foundation on, and it takes less time for me to put on a layer of foundation than it would for me to, example, just conceal certain spots, because my face has redness in it. So if I were to just put on concealer in certain spots, it would look even blotchier, which is not the look I'm going for. But a lot of people have amazing skin, and they don't have to do that at all. Super jealous of you guys, I'm not gonna lie to you, but I think that that is an amazing, amazing thing if you are somebody who has great, easy skin. So now that I've got this all set, I'm just going to take my Age Perfect Creamy Powder Foundation. I'm going to tap out any creasing underneath my eye. And then I'm gonna use this again, but I don't need it right now. So I'm going to dip into a couple of cream products because I find that's actually faster. So I'm going to draw on my contour. I'm just gonna put it here, a little down the sides of my nose. And then I'm just gonna blend that out with a stippling brush. I know it's kind of funny to some people that I am even doing, that this would be a 5-minute face, that I put on this much for a 5-minute face. But I'll tell you, when you're doing your foundation for a 5-minute face, it really kind of blanks out the contours of your face and can actually make you just look too flat and unnatural. So I'm now going into my Honest Beauty blush, by the way. It's a cream blush. And it can make you look really flat and kind of creepy. So you do have to go back in and put those contours back into your face, or else it looks like a mask, and that's not what I'm going for with a 5-minute face. I still want it to be natural. So now that all the cream stuff is on, I'm gonna go back into this powder. I'm just gonna use a fluffy brush, and I'm going to set everything down. And I'm just gonna use the sponge here, and I'm going to tap it on the areas where I want a little bit more coverage. So now all that's left is my eyebrows and my eye makeup. So I'm just going to take my brow gel. I'm not gonna worry too much if I have any bald patches when I'm doing a 5-minute face. I just want my brows to stay in place. So I'm just going to put that on. Put this on here. Just hold everything in place. Then I am going to just put in a little bit of color into the crease of my eye so that things look, you know, they still have a little bit of definition. So I'm just using an e.l.f. palette here. And I am going to curl my lashes and put on mascara. That is literally the whole thing. And of course, I'm also gonna put on a lip balm. That's usually what I do with a 5-minute face, because a lipstick can look really intense when your face isn't totally made up. So I'm gonna put on some lip balm. and I'm just gonna do my mascara. So that is my 5-minute face done. That is it. That is the whole thing. It's super easy. It just gives me a little bit of extra confidence on days when my skin isn't super cooperative. And there are times when my skin is totally fine. And it's not to say that I don't leave the house without makeup. I do. But there are times where, hey, I'm on camera all day for Vlogukkah. I don't necessarily want to be without makeup. Or if I'm going to be, going to somewhere where I'm going to see people, I would probably put on a little bit of makeup for that. If I'm just going to be going to the gym on my own, I'm going to be working from home all day, then I'm definitely not going to put on a full face or even put on 5-minute makeup. But it just kind of depends on where I'm at that day and what mood I'm in. I do think that wearing makeup is a lovely thing and I really enjoy putting it on. But there are times where, everybody's skin needs time to breathe. I made this tiny cup of coffee. I made it in the Nespresso. This cup we got from Quebec on our honeymoon, but I made it into like an actual little cup of coffee because the Nespresso only fills this little cup up like halfway. And I wanted to put in a little bit of creamer and a tiny dash of sugar. And it feels so tiny and fancy and it's really cracking me up. I don't think there's anything better than a freshly made bed in the morning. Honestly, it's the best. I'm changing the sheets actually today, so I have fresh sheets on. Really important life hack. Always have 2 sets of sheets. 2 sets of sheets make all the difference because then you can wash a set and make the bed while the other set is in the laundry. Life-changing tip. Seriously, so important. But that's why my pillows don't have any pillowcases on them right now because they're in the wash. I wanted to mention this cleanser. I've talked about it on my Instagram stories a few times. This is from Fleur & Bee. I'm an ambassador with them, and this is an amazing cleanser for winter. It is so moisturizing. It has coconut oil in it, which is not great if you have acne and you're prone to getting acne, which I am, but I rinsed this off. I have not had any bad reactions. So I can't obviously guarantee that you're not going to break out, but it's been really good for me, and it is so moisturizing in the winter. And I have dry skin in the winter, even though I also get acne. It's a great combination, but this is really good. So if you're interested in trying it, you can use my code, ClassicallyAbby, and get 20% off. What time is it? It's sweatpants time because I'm going to the gym. So I have a little story time before I finished getting dressed, and that is about this shirt, which is the York Barbell Club shirt. So my husband grew up weightlifting, and he knows a lot about it. And so when we first got married, we lived in Philadelphia in a studio apartment for about 2 months, and it was very small, and it was a lot of fun, honestly. But one of the things that we did while we were in Philadelphia was we drove out to York, and we went to the museum there where York barbells are made. And it was super interesting. So we bought these shirts, and I wear this when I work out, and it makes me feel super cool. So I did some work. I posted today's vlog and I sent some emails, I did some calls. So now I'm going to eat something. I have been doing intermittent fasting, so I've been trying not to eat until after noon. And then usually if I hit noon, I end up hitting about 1 o'clock. So I haven't eaten yet. I'm going to eat something. I'm going to make myself probably some brunchy foods. So I'm gonna have an egg, maybe a piece of toast, some grapes, and some fake soy vegan sausages and breakfast links. I use the Morningstar ones. I love them. They're delicious. So I'm going to have that, and then I'm going to go to the gym. So usually I like to go to the gym in the morning, but sometimes it's okay for it to be a little bit later in the day because sometimes I feel really productive in the morning and I just want to sit down at the computer and do work. And if I don't do that, then I'm not taking advantage of that real momentum of productivity. So that's okay. I'm going to go to the gym after that and I'm going to run some errands and I'll bring you guys with me. So I have to talk about this quickly. I have mentioned these on my channel before, these Rubbermaid things that preserve the life of your fruits and veggies. Oh my goodness, I have had these grapes. Oh, hold on one second. I have had these grapes for a week and a half or 2 weeks. Look how fresh they are. I love these things. They're so good. I'm going to link them in the description box because seriously, they're lifesavers, especially I've noticed with fruit. They're really good with veggies, but the thing for us is that if we get veggies, we're probably gonna eat them like pretty quickly, except for spinach because spinach goes bad so quickly that these would probably be useful for that. But for fruit, I don't eat that many pieces of fruit each day. So guys, I'm excited. And that is my brunch, lunch, late brunch, whatever you want to call it. I thought I was going to make eggs, and then I looked in the fridge and there were no eggs. So that kind of put a damper on my plans, but I'm going to have Chobani yogurt instead, some grapes, and some vegan soy sausages and bacon. Okay, so I am out and about. I was going to go to the gym first, but then I got semi-distracted. So Jacob mentioned that he wanted to get a couple of turtlenecks, but we're not really getting each other Hanukkah gifts this year. We decided that we just didn't really want to do it. But I kind of had the idea that it might be fun if I surprised him and got him a couple of turtlenecks. So I went to TJ Maxx, didn't find anything. I did find a rolling pin, which is great, because I was just using a large bottle and it wasn't most effective. So I did get a rolling pin, so that was good. But I didn't find him any turtlenecks. So now I am at Kohl's and we're gonna see if I can find him something there. Well, that was a big fail. They didn't have anything, and it was the second place that I went to today that didn't have anything. So I guess it's just not going to happen. Kind of a big waste of time, but that's okay. The thought counts, and I was trying to do something nice, keeping that in mind. But I'm going to run to the grocery, grab a couple things, and then go to the gym. So I have some leftover beef Wellington. It's ground beef Wellington, but still. So I'm going to pop this in the oven for dinner to heat, and I'm going to make some asparagus, and I'm going to reheat some chicken bone broth. That's what it's called, that I made us a couple days ago. So we're going to have that for dinner. I am back from the gym. I had a nice workout, and now it's time to light the menorah. So tonight is actually Shabbat. So we also have to light the Shabbat candles. If you're hearing coughing, that's Jacob. And we have to light the Shabbat candles, and we have to light the menorah first, because once you light the Shabbat candles, you can't create fire again until after Shabbat. So we're going to light the Shabbat candles after we light the menorah. You can hold it down a little. Hold it down. So Jacob is here, and we're going to light the menorah.
Day two.
And that is the end of the day. And we'll see you guys in the next one, which will be short.
Let it be known, she made the donuts for today in my office. There were 26, 28 of them. All of them gone by the end of the day. People were shocked at how good they were. And it was the leader of the organization's birthday this weekend. He loves donuts. So unbeknownst to me, the chief of staff had ordered in Krispy Kreme and duck donuts. And so we had our 26 donuts, 36 duck donuts.
Oh my gosh.
12 or 24 Krispy Kremes. And of all of them, yours were completely finished off.
I feel very proud.
Yes.
Bye, guys.